like, my uncle's really into music, and he lives in like San Francisco, and when I was pretty young, I mean, I got like exposed to music, I guess, and my brother, when he was pretty, like maybe 10 or something, he started taking piano lessons. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this too. Hated it. It was awful. I hated piano. But I did like music, so I just decided, why not try guitar? I mean, once you start playing, once you learn your first song, you're basically like hooked. Well, I feel like if other people have like a bad day, I don't know what their releases are, but if I have a bad day or even a good day, I can just come home and just lose myself in music for hours. Like, I find it where I'll be like, oh, I should do homework, like it's 8. It was like, I'll play a song or two and call it good. 10:30, I'm like, oh, I still haven't done my homework. When I write music, basically what goes through my mind is just like, what do I want to express in a better way? Like, I'll usually come up with a riff first, and then depending on the sound of that, it's like fast beat, like happy, or like slow. I'll kind of like, I guess, sculpt it around that, what I want to write, and I kind of apply like things that happen to that's happened to me, really, because that's what I have the best understanding of. I can't even imagine life without music. That's just such a weird thought. Like, it's part of my everyday thing. Like, I swear I play guitar like every day. I listen to music every day. Like, when you're in a good mood, you put on a good song, and you're just like in a better mood, and you're just like vibing out, and it's cool. But like, if you're in a bad mood, you listen to a sad song, that puts you in like a sadder mood. It just like, I guess it adds to emotions, really. I feel like just life motivates me to just make music. Like, I can't explain how much of a good way it is to express yourself. It's honestly better than words, and if you add words in it, it's like telling a story. You can add like really anything you want. You can make it any way you want. Like, look at all the different musical, like, I guess, genres and everything. There's just so many different styles. And what motivates me is just knowing that one of those styles is my own, and knowing that some things out there, like, that I've recorded, those are mine. Like, I made those came from me, like, within. Well, like, I think summer between 6th and 7th grade, my parents enrolled me in, have you heard of School Rock? I did a School Rock summer camp where you go every day in the morning from 7 to about like 3, I'd say. And then end of the week on Friday, you perform the songs at a show live for like anyone who wants to come. They just have to pay. And like after that, it just clicked. I was like, I'm on stage. This is what I want to do. I was so nervous, but when it came out, I was just calm, and it worked out. And that just stuck with me.
I've been playing music for about probably 12 years now. It's probably one of the only few things in society that makes me happy anymore. I've given up a lot just to pursue it. It's really about all I'm about these days, man. It's just playing guitar. I'd rather do that than work a job. It makes me more happy or fulfilled than $500 a week or whatever they pay these days, man. Pretty much just through friends. Okay. Yeah, hearing friends play music, listening to classic rock and stuff like that is what got me hip when I was a little kid.
And when about did you start playing guitar?
I was probably 12, I think.
Okay, and how old are you now?
I'm 24.
Wow.
Maybe I was 11, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I'm a veteran. I was in the Army for a few years, man. Right now I'm just traveling again, playing guitar where I can. From Ohio originally. Yeah, I've had plenty of jobs, man. I just prefer to do this anymore, you know. I've made $1,400 a week, and this is way cooler, man, you know.
It all started back in 4th grade when this handsome devil to my left was on the bus. He was the new kid in school, and awkwardly was like, "Hey, yo, dude, you want some Purell or something?" that's how me and him met, and then we became best friends immediately after. And then we started jamming out to guitar. I got into guitar, and he was into guitar too. And he like turned me on to like punk music, like Blink-182 and like Switchfoot and stuff, right? Yeah, and then we like started a little band when we were in like 4th grade.
Oh yeah,
we were awful.
It was terrible.
We haven't gotten much better, but we tried. But so we were like messing around, and we decided that we wanted a drummer, and we were originally gonna have Ryan's brother be the drummer, Sean.
No way, really?
Yeah, that was the original plan. And then we decided Jay liked the drums, so we all bought a drum set together. It was like a Verve drum set. It was like really cheap and terrible. But we started like writing our own songs a little bit after our first show, which was in like 5th grade. Me and him were in 5th grade when we had our first show. And it was like kids' night out.
Oh yeah.
Like that was our first concert. We weren't like good from the start at all. Like we were, I'll be honest with you, we were pretty bad. You know? As we actually started to get better and like understand music more, you know, like scales and stuff, and learn why the artists, you know, play these certain chords and these certain riffs and stuff, we started to write our own songs, which started out like really, really simple, you know, like one chord progression basically over and over again. And, you know, we started writing a little bit of lyrics, and then eventually we had like 10 or 12 songs written originally.
Well, I think it's actually like, it's transformed into something more. I think it started out as just a hobby and something that we did for fun. I even remember in 7th grade when you wrote that letter to yourself that you get in high school or whatever. I think you guys remember that.
Yeah.
I wrote in there like, oh yeah, my band has our first show coming up. Those are the good old times. Kind of like saying like, oh, it's just something we're doing now. It's gonna probably fizzle out. And then it got to a point when we started playing actual shows at actual venues and stuff. And when we started writing more music, we grew to love it, and it became a part of our lives, not just a hobby.
I think like honestly one of the biggest things for me is like when we started playing at bigger venues like the Gothic Theater and stuff with like more people and stuff, it's like I think honestly like all the hard work that you put in with like writing songs and selling tickets and stuff, it all pays off, you know, like when you start playing, just because like it gives you like the most amazing feeling in the world. It's pretty sick.
Well, most of the time I just feel like we're playing not only for ourselves but for our fans, because, you know, a lot of the people come to our shows because they like our music, you know, they like listening to us. And part of the reason we write, I guess, would be to like vent, get out our problems, kind of like express our views on the world, I guess, like how we perceive things. And like I think people like our music because they have similar thoughts and they have similar feelings. And then when you get like the full music together with the guitar, drums, and the lyrics and the singing, like it all just kind of comes together to give you this feeling that I guess is mutual with us and our fans.
Being in a band is like a huge commitment. Of course, as we've gone over like all the time that we've put into it and all that, and the time we spend together. And you know, if you spend too much time with someone, you start arguing and stuff like that, and that's something, especially Josh and I being brothers, have a hard time with sometimes.
Usually it's me and Jay arguing, and then Ryan steps in and is like, guys, just shut up and play. Basically is how it goes.
I think a bigger issue is with the commitment thing, making sure that if our management company wanted to send us out of state this summer for a festival, like making sure that everyone is committed enough to maybe make some sacrifices for that. Like I used to, I don't know, like play hockey, I used to longboard, I used to do a ton of stuff, and now it's like I don't anymore.
Another thing like people tend to not realize is, you know, like none of this equipment is free. I mean, it all costs like hard work, and it costs a lot more than you think. I mean, stuff constantly breaks. You always have to upgrade, and like it takes a lot of work. It's just not free. I mean, we're constantly trying to raise money to make new CDs, you know, get new merchandise out, and I don't know, it's just pretty difficult to like keep up with it, because, you know, they're like, oh, they must have made so much money from that show, but really people don't realize what money has to go into it to get out.
See, I'm zoning now. Well, alright. Well, okay. Well, alright. Well, okay. Yeah.
Alright, well, Nick and I have been friends for a while now. We went to school since like kindergarten, been on the same hockey team for a while, and we've been showing our music for a while. We're showing people music and different kinds. So we decided to start a website, show people.
Yeah, we really just have just such a deep love for music that like it's just a part of our like everyday life all the time. Like you can see us in the halls bumping music, just listening to new stuff, trying to find new tracks. And like we always would show our friends music, and it was kind of like oh yeah, here's a new song, like always. But like one day we were just like, you know what, we should just start a website, so then we don't have to like go individually to people and go, oh, you want this song, like check it out. They could just check it out on their own and get what they like.
Yeah.
And we just put all our music up.
Yeah, and they had they would be like, where could I get this song? And they're like, well, you just gotta look for it, but now you can go to our website.
Free music.
Yep.
I would say just honestly time management, because just with all we do with school, hockey, it's just hard to like continually post, but we're working at it.
And it was difficult to like reach out to people and have them go visit our website, you know? So we just thought of a bunch of ways we could contact people that might like the music that we post on our website. And we did that by making stickers, flyers, spreading the word out, you know what I mean?
Well, something that was like really cool to me is that we set up an email account through Chillbro Beats that we said like artists could like contact us and stuff. And one day this artist Soul contacted us, and it was actually the first artist to ever like email us with their music and say like, oh, what's up, my name's Soul, I'm just coming out with a bunch of new music, and like I just want to be recognized, and like that'd be great if you guys could share my music. And like we gave it a listen, it was some great music, so we put them up, and then ever since Soul has been contacting us. Also, we've had other artists like Malfi and this guy Moses, who's actually a Colorado native, contacted us, and they're all pretty big, just making their career from music, and they just contacted us. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was all I owe.
Yeah, it just came to me, man. Just like Chill Bro Beats. Chill Bros Beats.
Chill Bros with nice beats.
Whoa, give me something I can touch when the sun rise. Give me something I can taste when my tongue's tied. Love life.